have a great deal of interest in the grower and in his bottom line dollar, his business. We provide those services to help him be profitable, and in that helps us earn a living as well. Even growing up around it, you kind of took it for granted, I guess, that these guys just, pulled into the field with a tractor and disced the field and planted the crop and harvested it and went home for the winter, and there's so much more that's involved with that, and so it's a very satisfying, position to be in, to be able to help them develop and implement technologies on their farm, to grow food that feeds the world, basically, and I know that's a broad statement, but being associated with that, it gives you a sense of belonging to something that is very significant, in the world today. And that again brings a sense of pride to what you do in aiding the grower in being able to do that. So I became interested in the ag sector as I graduated high school and was looking for summer work as I was going to school, and got involved with a local ag retailer. Started out, delivering of products and went all the way through the scouting of crops eventually. And so that very much attracted my attention to that segment of the business. Understanding that it was much more a business than I had ever perceived it to be. And the opportunities that I had been exposed to at that local ag retailer, allowed me to see the different opportunities that were out there from industry representatives, from technical service researchers, different people like that. There was a lot more to it than what I had originally thought. And so when you began to understand about the years of research that went into different products, the research that went into the cultural practices that were recommended by the universities, began to have a greater appreciation for what the ag business really was all about. It wasn't about standing on the end of a shovel. It was more so about helping making good economic decisions, good environmental decisions, through nutrient planning, through crop protection programs, things of that nature. So it's a very integrated approach with the grower in the soybean crop. Once the weeds are under control and the canopy's closed, we're going to begin to scout for insects to keep that crop as healthy as possible. A very systematic approach, I guess, to the production. There is a lot of science and technology that's involved in agriculture today, and so that's a very important part of the education process, is learning how plants operate, how nutrients are used, how the various traits work, within seed. So it's very much a scientific approach. My level of knowledge on that is not the only resource he has, but it does put me in a better position. The more scientific knowledge that I have, the more technologically sound that I am, ties my business to the grower. I become a greater value to him rather than having to go, to the professors and researchers. It brings it down on a level of communication that we can, have on a day-to-day basis. So it makes it more readily accessible to him. With the population that's increasing, that's very much on the radar. How are we going to be able to sustain production, with a population that seems to be outrunning current commercial production practices? You've got to get more crop out of that acre. Our goal is to put the grower in the best possible position to make the most yield the weather allows, because that's the one thing that we don't have any control over. We do have control over some other things, and so we try to pay attention to those.